Hello students, welcome to the next session of subject Operation Research. In our previous video, we had discussed Introduction to Linear Programming and we had prepared a linear programming model as well. We had also discussed the advantages and limitations of linear programming. In our today's video, we will discuss the graphical analysis of linear programming problems prepared by Assistant Professor Sumit Singh Sikarwar, Mechanical Engineering Department, Sri Swaminarayan Institute of Technology, Bhat, Gandhinagar. These are the contents which we are going to cover in this video. We will first start with introduction to graphical method. Then we will discuss the objectives of this unit. After that, we will see the procedure for solving linear programming by graphical method. We will also see the important geometric properties of linear programming. And finally, we will end up the session with varieties of examples. So let us begin with the introduction to graphical analysis. The graphical method for linear programming is used to solve problems. In this method, we find out the highest or lowest point of intersection between the objective function and the feasible region on a graph. That means we're solving or we are just getting the points of intersection and we are noting down that it is regarded as the best alternative for the representation of and solving linear programming models that have two variables. That means if there are two variables, then graphical method is best suited for those problems. In this unit, we will study about the graphical analysis of linear programming problem. We will also learn the procedure to solve the linear programming by graphical method. In addition to this, we will also analyze the general formulation of linear programming to evaluate the matrix form of linear programming. Now let us move on to objectives of linear programming. So, after going through this unit, you will be able to understand the concept of graphical analysis of linear programming problem. We will examine the procedure for solving linear programming problem by graphical method. We will state the general formulation of linear programming problem. And finally, we'll try to achieve the matrix form of linear programming problem. So let us continue with procedure for solving the linear programming by graphical method. The steps involved in the graphical method are as follows. In first step, we will consider each inequality constraint as an equation. That means all the equations which are given in inequality form, we have to consider them as equation. Step 2, plot each equation on the graph as each will geometrically represented a straight line. So as we know that a linear programming defines itself that it is having a linear relationship between the variables. So all the variables are plotted by a straight line. Step 3, mark the region if the inequality constraint corresponding to the line less than equal to, then the region below the line lying in the first quadrant due to non-negativity of variables. As we know that what we are doing, we are just considering non-negative variables, right? So these variables will always fall above the first quadrant. For inequality constraints greater than sign, the region above the line in first quadrant is shaded. The points lying in the common region will satisfy all the constraints simultaneously, and the common region thus obtained is called a feasible region. Next step is to assign an arbitrary value, say 0, to the objective function so that we are able to calculate the different points on the line. In step 5, we will draw the straight line to represent the objective function with these arbitrary value such that a straight line through the origin. In step 6, we'll stretch the objective function line till the extreme points of the feasible region. In the maximization case, this line will stop the farthest from the origin, passing through at least one corner of feasible region. That means a one corner or a one point will must pass or must cross the axis of equations. In the minimization case, the line will stop nearest to origin and passing through at least one corner of feasible region. In step 7, we'll find out the coordinates of the extreme points selected in step 6 and we'll find the maximum or minimum value of function or objective function z. Now, let us understand the important geometric properties of LPP. The first property is a unique optimal solution, which means from a graphical method, we are having a unique optimal solution. In this, we will see the examples based on who's based on those which is having a unique or a single optimal solution. The number second is an infinite number of optimal solutions. So in that we will see the problem in which there are infinite number of solutions. An unbounded solution, which means we must not have bounded reason or bounded feasible reason for that problem, and no solutions. We'll also see the graphical plots of those examples which is having no solutions. So let us start with one example. In this example, we need to solve the LPP by graphical method. We have to maximize z equals to 20x1 plus 10x2 with, and the structural subject constraints are x1 plus x2 is less than equals to 40. Second is 3x1 plus x2 is greater than equals to 30. And last equation is 4x1 plus 3x2 greater than equals to 60, where x1 and x2 must be greater than equals to 0, which is our non-negativity constraints. So let us solve it. In solving it, we must replace all the inequalities of the constraints by one equation, or you can say that by equality equations. So as in figure you can as in this video you can see that x1 plus x2 is less than equals to 40. So we'll make this x1 plus x2 equals to, or we'll consider it equals to 40. Now put x1 is equal to 0 in this equation. So we will have x2 is equal to 20, and if you will put x2 is equal to 0, then you have the value of x1 is equal to 40. Similarly, place x1 x2 value 0 in all equation and find the coordinates. So from this we can say that our first equation or first line passes through 2 points 0 20 and 40 0. Similarly, 3x1 plus x2 equals to 0 passes through 0 30 and point 0 10. And our last line 4x1 plus 3x2 equals to 60 passes through 0 20 and 15 0 points. Now plot these lines on graph as we have values of points. So let us plot it on a graph. We'll plot it on a graph. Different lines are represented. Here you can find x1 plus x2 is equal to 40. It is the line 4x1 plus 3x2 is equal to 60. And this line represents 3x1 plus x2 is equals to 30. Now the feasible C and D points, these 2 points are intersections of the lines. The feasible region is ABCD. This is ABCD region. Now from graph we can understand that C point is the intersection of x1 plus x2 is equal to 40 and 3x1 plus x2 is equal to 30. And point D is the intersection of 4x1 plus 3x2 equals to 60 and 3x1 plus x2 equals to 60. This region. So from that we are able to have the values of C and D. So we'll get the value of C is equal to 418 and for D is equal to 612. Now we have solved, or we have achieved all the corner points. So all the corner points have now placed as a corner points, and will place the values of those points in z is equal to 20x1 plus 10x2. Our first point A with 15 0 will give the value 300. Our next point B with 40 0 will give you the value of 800. So what you have to do, you have to put 15 and 0. 15 x1 is equal to 15 and x2 is equal to 0. So you will have the value of z is equal to 300. Now you need to put this 40 and 0 value. So you will have the value of z is equal to 800. For C point you will have 260 value, and for D point you have 6 and 12 for 240 value. So you can observe from this, at D is equal to 612 we will have the minimum value which is our main objective. So the minimum value for z occurs at 612. Hence, we have the optimal solution for this problem. X1 is equal to 6 and x2 is equal to 12. Now let us move on to another example which is having a unique optimal solution, and we need to maximize the value of z is equal to 5x1 plus 7x2, which is subjected to constraints x1 plus x2 less than equals to 4 and 3x1 plus 8x2 less than is equal to 24. The third equation is 10x1 plus 7x2 less than equals to 35, where x1 and x2 are greater than equals to 0. So we'll do the same procedure as we did in our previous example. We'll replace all the inequalities to form an equality equation, and we'll put the values of x1 and x2 as a 0 simultaneously. So we'll put the value x1 and x2 one by one in all those equations. So if you will put x1 is equal to 0, you will have x2 is equal to 4. And if you will put x2 is equal to 0, then you have x1 is equal to 4. So this line x1 plus x2 is equal to 4 passes through 0, 4 and 4, 0. Similarly, the line 3x1 plus 8x2 equals to 24 passes through 0, 3 and 0.80. And our last line 10x1 plus 7x2 is equal to 35 passes through 0, 5 and 3.5, 0 points. Now again, let us plot the graph and mark the region below the line as an inequality of constraint is less than equal to, as which also lying in first quadrant. So after plotting all the lines on graph, we must have these feasible region A, B, C, D and the origin point 0. So the feasible region is OABCD. Again, B and C points are the intersections of line. B is the intersection of two lines. X1 plus x2 is equal to 4 and another line 10x1 plus 7x2 is equal to 35. And point C is the intersection of x1 plus x2 is equal to 4 and 3x1 plus 8x2 is equal to 24. Now let us solve these relations and let us get the values. So the feasible region is OABCD and B and C points are the intersection points. On solving, we will get B point as 1.6 and 2.3, while we'll get the C point as 1.6 and 2.4. Now let us place all those corner points in our objective function z is equal to 5x1 plus 7x2. So we have total 5 points O, A, B, C and D, for which we need to place the values, and we'll have the different solutions for that. By putting O 0, 0, we'll have the z is equal to 0. For value of A, we will have 17.5. For the value of B, we have 16.1. For the value of C, we'll get 24.8. And for the value of D, we'll get 21. Now we can observe that for the value of C, we'll get the maximum value. So It is the point where we have the maximum optimal solution from the feasible region. Thus, the maximum value for z occurs at x1 is equal to 1.6 and x2 is equal to 2.4. Now let us move on to the examples having infinite number of solutions. So the problem is given to us: maximize z is equal to 100x1 plus 40x2, for which subjected to 5x1 plus 2x2 less than equals to 1000 and 3x1 plus 2x2 less than equals to 900, and line x1 plus 2x2 less than equals to 500, where x1 plus x1 and x2 are always greater than equals to 0, which is our non-negativity constraints. Now let us solve it. Again, we need to do the same procedure as we did in our previous examples. We'll put the values of x1 and x2 is equal to 0, and we'll have the points which passes through lines given in a problem. So we'll have that 5x1 plus 2x2 passes through points 0 at 500 and 200 0. Our line 3x1 plus 2x2 is equal to 900 passes through 0 450 and 300 0, and our third line passes through 0 250 and 500 0. Now let us plot it on graph. So we'll get region A, B, C, O, right? Now for the points B is the intersection of 5x1 plus 2x2 is equal to 1000 and 3x1 plus 2x2 is equal to 900. Similarly, the point C is the intersection of line of origin y-axis and line x1 plus 2x2 is equal to 500. Upon solving, you will have the value of b is equal to 125 and 187.5. Now put all these corner values of point A, B, C, O. So after putting all the values for the origin, you will have 0. For the A point, you will get the value of z is equal to 20,000. For the B point, you will again get the value of 20,000. And for C point, you will get the value of 10,000. Now, we can understand that for the value of B and C, for the value of A and B, we will have two vertices as the maximum value of z is possible. So since there are infinite number of points on these lines A and B, points gives the maximum value of z. So from these 2 points will pass the infinite number of lines also. So there are infinite number of optimal solutions for this LPP model. Now we'll see the case of unbounded problem. Our aim is to solve the LPP in which we need to maximize 3x1 plus 2x2 which subjects to x1 plus x2 greater than equals to 1. So as it is greater than equals to 1, you know that we have already discussed that we need to join the or we need to find the area above the line of intersection. X1 plus x2 greater than equals to 3. And our non-negativity constraints are x1 and x2 are greater than equals to 0. So after plotting, it has been found that the solution space is unbounded. The value of objective function at the vertices A and B is same, but there exists a point in the convex region for which the value of objective function is more than 8. That means which is more than the end corner points. So this is a case of unbounded, and the maximum value of z occurs at infinity. Now our last case is the problem where we don't have any solution. So the value of we need to maximize z equals to x1 plus x2 which subjects to x1 plus x2 less than equals to 1 and minus 3x1 plus x2 greater than equals to 3. The non-negativity constraints must be greater than equals to 0. Now as we can understand that there being no point at x1 and x2 which is common to both the sided area, right? We don't have any point of intersection. So we cannot find a feasible reason for this problem and we are not able to solve this problem. As we can say that these 2 points of shading are not intersecting, so we don't have any intersection points, hence the problem has no solution. These are the questions you have to answer and write on your paper. I hope from this video you will be able to understand the graphical method and how to plot the graphs for a linear programming model. Thank you for watching.